The biggest ocean on Earth isn't the Pacific. You can't sail on it because it's sitting 400 miles under your feet. Right now, it's directly beneath the United States, and scientists only found it because of one tiny, battered diamond. Here's the simple explanation. It's just groundwater, right? Wet rocks. Look again. That's the comfortable version of this story. The real story is stranger. This water is locked inside a mineral that shouldn't exist anywhere near the surface of our planet. There may be 3 times more water down there than in every ocean combined. And it isn't just sitting there, it's moving. 2014, Brazil. Researchers buy a battered, worthless-looking diamond for about $20. Inside it they find something never seen before. A speck of a mineral called ringwoodite. Scientists had made it in labs. They'd found it in meteorites falling from space, but never from inside our own planet. Ringwoodite only forms under crushing pressure, hundreds of miles beneath the surface. And this little speck was 1.5% water by weight. That doesn't sound like much until you do the math. Hey, hit subscribe. Okay, the math. Between 250 and 400 miles down, there's a layer sandwiched between the upper and lower mantle. Geologists call it the transition zone, and it's loaded with ringwoodite, squeezed under pressures we can barely imagine. If even a fraction holds that same water, the reservoir outsizes the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and Southern Oceans combined. Some estimates say 3 times more. But here's the twist, and it's a big one. This is not an ocean you could swim in. There are no waves, no dark abyss, no hidden megalodon. Sorry, the water isn't liquid, it's not ice, it's not even steam. It's a fourth state, single water molecules chemically trapped inside the crystal structure. So how do you see an ocean through 400 miles of solid rock? You listen. Every earthquake sends shock waves through the planet. Water-soaked rock slows those waves down in a very specific way, and in 2014, scientists went looking for that signature. They used the US array, over 2,000 seismic sensors spread across the United States, listening to the deep earth. And there it was, the signature of wet, melting rock at the bottom of the transition zone, right beneath the American Midwest. This is where the story turns, because that melting signature means the water isn't sealed in a vault. It's leaking. Here's the paradox nobody expects. Your ocean, the one in your glass right now, may actually come from down there. For decades, textbooks said Earth's water was delivered by icy comets smashing into a young planet from outer space. But if the mantle has held water since the beginning, Earth may have been sweating its oceans out from the inside. Through volcanoes. Over billions of years, the sea isn't sitting on the planet. The planet is slowly exhaling it. The deep reservoir acts like a thermostat. Sinking tectonic plates drag surface water down. Volcanoes cycle it back up. Scientists call it the deep water cycle, a loop that takes not days, like rain, but hundreds of millions of years. Now, remember I said it's moving? Off the coast of the Pacific Northwest, the Juan de Fuca plate is diving under North America. It's hauling ocean water down toward that hidden reservoir like a conveyor belt, and that changes everything above it. Follow the chain. Water gets dragged down. It lowers the melting point of the rock around it. Wet rock melts easier. And melting rock is exactly what feeds volcanoes like the Cascades. That's Mount St. Helens. That's Rainier. So the hidden ocean isn't a fun fact. It's part of the machine that decides where volcanoes erupt and how earthquakes travel. Look at Mars. No plate tectonics, no deep water cycle, and its surface water is gone. Dry mantle, dead planet. Wet mantle, you get Earth. A living surface, sliding plates, and oceans that have survived 4 billion years. But one mystery is still open. That 2014 data only covered the United States. So, is the hidden ocean global? Or is North America just parked on top of an unusually soggy patch of mantle? Scientists kept digging. Newer studies found wet signatures under Asia, and in 2023, diamonds hinted at water even deeper down. Down at the edge of the lower mantle, hundreds of miles further. If that's confirmed, our planet's real water budget is unknown. Think about that next time you look at a globe. The blue part you see might be the smaller half of Earth's water. And here's the part that sounds like a joke, but isn't. We just explored an ocean hiding 400 miles inside the planet. But we can't even see the bottom of the one on the surface. We have better maps of Mars than of our own seafloor. The Moon, fully mapped. Venus, a planet wrapped in acid clouds, mapped. Earth's ocean floor, only about 25%. The other 75% is basically a grey blur, and the obvious explanation is that the ocean is just big, right? Wrong. Mars is big too. The real reason is physics. Radar flies through space and acid clouds like they're nothing. But it cannot punch through seawater. Sunlight itself gives up after about 1,000 meters. The deep ocean is simply invisible. The only way to map it is dragging sonar across it, ship by ship. Like mowing a lawn the size of every continent. One survey ship working alone would need over a century. So satellites measure tiny bumps in gravity and guess what's below. At that resolution, anything smaller than a mountain simply doesn't show up. And sometimes, even the mountains are invisible. Through research, Freeze crosses international waters off Guatemala, not searching, just passing through with the sonar on. And a shape starts rising on the screen. And keeps rising. A seamount over 1,600 meters tall, on no map at all. That's nearly twice the height of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building humans have ever made. Covered in life, sitting in the dark. And it gets better. In 2016, scientists announced a coral reef stretching some 600 miles, hiding at the mouth of the Amazon, underwater so muddy that textbooks said coral couldn't survive there at all. Divers had been swimming past it for decades. But here's the ultimate one. Because we didn't just miss a mountain. We didn't just miss a reef. We missed a continent. It's called Zealandia, about 1.9 million square miles, roughly half the size of Australia, and 94% of it is underwater. New Zealand, those are just its highest peaks poking above the surface. And only in 2023 was it finally fully mapped, the 8th continent, and we found it last, because it was hiding under the one place. So let's stack it up. An ocean sealed inside rock beneath your feet. A drowned continent hiding under the waves. A planet where the unknown outnumbers the known. If this blew your mind, share it with a friend. And stay on the bright side.